mass casualty incidents, national emergencies, and scenarios where some crazy deranged person who's emotionally disturbed comes in and etches their propaganda on the bullets they're gonna use to hurt innocent people. This is the state of America right now. Today is September 11th, 2025. And 24 years ago, in New York City, the planes were struck by who knows what and who knows who. But at the end of the day, one thing's for sure is that whether it's 2021, 2025, or 2001, there's always going to be the existence of evil people. And this message is for paramedics, for EMTs, for patriots, for bystanders, and the public at large. I want to incentivize you guys. I want to give you some inspiration, some influence, some motivation to please stay ready so you don't have to get ready. There's a lot of times where people are caught with their pants down. There's a lot of times when things could be avoided if just the right person will step in. And a lot of these mass casualty incidents, unfortunately, no one knows about it until they occur. But if you're a public servant, if you're a person who wants to help the next person, you're most likely going to be the one responding to these incidents. You're most likely going to be the one first on scene, second on scene, helping and aiding the people that were injured. So I just want to inspire you and encourage you and remind you to first and foremost, do not fear, do not worry, because even in the Bible it says it. I know there's a lot of fear right now. I know people feel like they don't have a public the ability to speak in public and speak their ideas and their First Amendment, and whether or not they're able to communicate, and there's no more freedom of speech, and a lot of people are feeling fearful. But I want to tell you something. Fearfulness and fear is worshiping the devil. Faith and bravery is worshiping God. Which side are you on? Please, you cannot add one more year of life to your life by worrying. You cannot fix anything by cowering. You cannot fix anything by fearing. So stay faithful, stay brave, keep your eyes alive, and stay vigilant. And most importantly, stay prayed up. Pray to God, because once again, you're a public servant. You're going to be the one to, bro, I've been on scenes. Hurricane Katrina, which wiped out New Orleans. I responded during those times to the Gulf Coast of Texas for Hurricane Irene. Look it up. I was one of the first responders that was there. Hurricane Sandy in New York, I was deployed for that as well. And also during COVID times, I worked as a paramedic in the streets of New York City, one of the areas in the world that was most impacted. These mass casualty incidents, these incidents where there's a lot of people being victimized, where there's a lot of bodies dropping. If you're a first responder, if you're a public servant, you're going to be there. Most likely. So the best thing to have in mind, first and foremost, is not be fearful. Be brave. The bravery doesn't mean you put yourself in harm's way without being conscious about it, or you do stupid stuff, but be brave, bro. Then be dynamic, be functional, be able to stand up from the floor without using your hands, be able to use your hands and defend yourself, be able to use one of these and know how to use it, be able to defend your family, be able to defend the public at large, be able to respond, be responsible, be responsible, be able to respond. You're responding to 911 calls. You're responding to a neighbor in need. You're responding to the community. You're helping people out. That's a great thing to do. But please don't hurt yourself by not being better prepared. The world is evil right now. It's always been evil. This world doesn't belong to us. This is not where we belong. We belong in heaven with Jesus Christ. But in the meantime, while we're here, we need to be better equipped to survive as long as we're able to survive. And once again, you're going to be the one responding to this call. So what good is it? I want to incentivize you. Take care of your health, bro. Learn how to fight. Learn how to defend your family. Learn how to shoot. Learn how to start a fire without matches. Learn how to lift heavy stuff and put them back down. Learn to be more resilient. If you're watching this channel, I know you're into self-development. I know this message resonates with you. I know this is more than just fucking paramedic coach fucking jokes, or this is more than paramedic things where you're just talking about the funny side of the job, and that stuff is funny, and the educational part as well. I think it's a great part of it, but there's another serious part that goes on within being a first responder, whether you're a police officer, a firefighter, a military person, or a paramedic. There's something stronger that occurs. There's something more important that needs to be addressed. And that's your self-development. That's your spiritual development. That's you strengthening and becoming resilient, ideally in all areas of life. So these mass casualty incidents, these national emergencies, these things that you see on the news, they're going to keep happening. Look at what happened to Charlie Kirk yesterday. May the brother please rest in peace, man. I hope he's with God, and I'm sending out strength to his family. I'm praying for the strength in their family in Jesus' name, and I hope that anybody who's been affected by what happened to him, either directly or indirectly, brings some peace to them. May the peace of Jesus Christ come upon them. But one thing's for sure. There probably is going to be, and I hope not, but there's probably going to be something else happening following up to this. You can't have the bad without the good, and you can't have the good without the bad. There's always two sides to a coin, and there's always consequences to what things happen. So I'm expecting something else to happen moving forward. And it may happen in your area. Those EMTs, those paramedics in Utah, who would have thought it would have happened within the area they responded to? Those guys that work in that area. And there may be something happening in your area. So stay ready. You never know. God forbid. But you just never know. If you're a public servant, you never know what you're clocking into. You never know what the next 8, 12, 24 hours of your shift will bring. And if you're working in the hospital as a nurse, as an essential worker, as a doctor, you don't know either. So what can you do? Understand that the only things in life that are difficult are the ones you're not prepared for. So become better prepared. And don't stress out about all the shit that's going on in the world. Just focus on your backyard while keeping that stuff in the back of mind. Like, don't forget it. But don't forget to take care of yourself. Control what you can control, so that when things that are out of your control arise, you'll be better equipped to deal with it. It's like consciously keeping yourself uncomfortable, so that when uncomfortable situations arise, you'll be comfortable. So I'm just, once again, I want to incentivize you guys. I want to motivate you guys. I want to just give you a friendly reminder. You're a public servant. You're most likely going to be in the front lines the way I have and the way other people have for 9/11, and rest in peace to everybody affected by 9/11. But like, bro, I lost my brother in Iraq because of the events following 9/11. He was a prisoner of war who was killed in action, kidnapped in Iraq. I'm telling you, bro. There's a lot of evil people out there. And I know if you're watching this channel, you're not one of them. I know if you're watching this channel and you're a part of this community, you're into helping others. But the best way to help somebody else is to first be able to help yourself. To be good at being selfless, You must first be selfish enough to take care of yourself, because you can't pour from an empty cup. And why am I making this video? Today is the anniversary of 9/11. What happened to Charlie Kirk? What happened to the girl from the Ukraine? What happened to Lieutenant Russo? And whatever happened to all the others, public servants and all the veterans, and all these things that are going on worldwide. And it's just, bro, those things are out of your control. And working out and keeping yourself healthy are not going to make you immune to a bullet. They're not going to make you immune to the evils of all the evils of this world, but at least you'll be better prepared to deal with them. And that's the motivation for this video. So I hope it helps you. I hope God blesses you and yours. And that's it, man. Peace.